Hey everyone, Depressed Eeyore here, just doing a quick channel update. I'm recording this, well, you guys are seeing this on March 24th, 2015. So the main reason I'm doing this update is since I read all the comments I get, I noticed that I got a comment about about some audio desync issues with Darkest Dungeon, which apparently part 26 had really bad desync issues, and then it was mentioned that a number of my videos were desynced apparently. So I took a look at a couple of them and realized that that was kind of an issue. And out of all the things I hate when I mess up a video, I hate audio desync because it's awful and pretty much there's not much you can do to fix it once the video is made. I have some ideas of why it happened. In fact, I ran into the issue while I was recording a different Let's Play during my my long break between modules for my master's course. So apparently, whenever I record a section of my desktop, which was required for some of my Let's Plays, including Darkest Dungeon, sometimes it'll sometimes hesitate, I guess. I will stall a little bit when I hit the record button, and that little stall will actually cause some serious desync issues, which has required me to restart or scrap recordings entirely. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that was happening with Darkest Dungeon, so I apologize because I rather put up some videos that are of games that are maybe not as entertaining, but at least don't have technical issues like desync. But I didn't realize it. I checked a few of my recordings when I initially did the Let's Play, and it was fine. It seemed like, but apparently something happened along the way. So I will go ahead and stop my Let's Play of Darkest Dungeon. To be honest, it's probably a good time to do it anyway. It's still in early access, and there's still a lot of features that are kind of missing. There's a lot of classes that are still missing. There's still the Darkest Dungeon that's still missing, and then there's it feels like the game doesn't exactly know what it's going to do about progression just yet, which is not it's not a big issue. The game by itself is a lot of fun, but it is something to be aware of. So, but overall, it's a lot of fun. There's still some weird issues like where you get like a random trait that doesn't make any sense from certain things, like getting tetanus from reading a book and stuff like that. But overall, it's a pretty good game, and even as an early access, it's probably worth a look if you hadn't looked at it already. So what's going to be replacing Darkest Dungeon is going to be a Let's Play I've started. It's not fully recorded, but I do have a lot of parts recorded that should be enough to last me through the rest of this half of the semester. Unfortunately, it is another Touhou game, so if you're one of those people that want to watch something other than Touhou content, I apologize, but that's going to have to probably wait for a little while until I find something that's worth recording. Playing in the background is Amazing Princess Sarah or something like that. Amazing Princess Sarah, which I consider doing maybe a non-commentated playthrough of this, but really the game's kind of repetitive, to be honest. Anyway, so the Touhou game that'll be coming up either today or Thursday is going to be another Nuzlocke run of its proper, at least the name I've seen, the English name I've seen is Touhou Puppet Play Purple, which is a hacked version of Pokemon Emerald, which is actually a Pokemon I'm not very familiar with. It had a lot of qualities, or at least in the notes for the hack, it had a lot of neat stuff that I really wanted to take a look at, namely things like evolutions, being able to do stone evolutions, because that was one thing I couldn't do in my previous Nuzlocke because I didn't have the national dex. In this game, you'll actually have the national dex right off the bat. That being said, the game was also super frustrating, simply because for a Nuzlocke, it's one of the most difficult things in existence, and it's actually one I failed multiple times and scrapped a lot of recordings of because it was very frustrating in the beginning. So that's pretty much stuff you're probably going to hear in the first few videos I do of that Let's Play. But yeah, that's going to be the gist of it. Labyrinth of Touhou 2 is going to keep going. I'm pretty close to finishing the main storyline, but there's still the extra content that comes afterwards, which is going to take a rather long time. So it should go well into possibly my summer break. So that, and you got yeah, Touhou Puppet Play Nuzlocke. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. It will hopefully involve some other different characters than I used in the previous one. And hopefully, since it's going to be a bit more difficult, that I actually suffer more casualties and make things a little bit more interesting. Because I felt like I maybe had too easy of a time on the previous one, maybe because I overleveled at some certain points, but I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and give that quick update and give a kind of an official apology about desynced audio. I hate desynced audio. It really annoys me because it's sloppy on my part. I should have noticed it. I should have checked it a little bit better. I noticed it with my Nuzlocke recordings. I actually had to scrap a bunch of them because it's originally I thought it was because I used the fast forward button because I used the fast forward button on the emulator, but it's actually not that. It was actually because whenever I record the window, not the window, but like a section of my desktop, it can lead to desynced audio. In fact, that happens with Vindictus, which is why I don't record Vindictus. Because my options for that is either I record the window, but the audio is completely desynced because the audio is in 30 frames per second or something like that, while the gameplay is in 60, which is weird, and that's why when you use the in-game recorder, it actually drops down to 30, which is very, very annoying. Anyway, that's just me rambling and talking about technical stuff. As for anything else I'm trying to get going, I really would like to try doing some board games. During my break, I took advantage of things like programs like Vassal, which I saw Kenora using when he was playing with Quill 18 with Battlestar Galactica, which actually got me to buy Battlestar Galactica, the board game, and try it out, and it's pretty amazing. But unfortunately, to do things like that, I actually have to have friends and groups of people to play with that are a little consistent. But that was something I've been doing through the break. There's also Tabletop Simulator, which opens up a lot of options for playing board games. I don't really like Tabletop Simulator overall as an interface, but it has a lot more access to various board games, which is always a difficulty with board games because you have to get people together and all that. But with Tabletop Sim and Vassal, you can literally just play over the internet. So if I can get something like that going, I'll probably put it up as quickly as I can, probably for Tuesday or Thursday. But don't hold your breath because I don't expect it to happen anytime soon. It's hard enough for me to just play normal games, much less have people to record it with. So yeah, that's about it. Sorry for rambling for about 8 minutes, but I really wanted to be thorough about, I feel absolutely awful about just, screwing up the recordings for Darkest Dungeon, but it's a good time to go ahead and stop it. There's plenty of other people that are doing it, doing Darkest Dungeon already, and there's not really much else to discuss about it right now until more additions are added. But it might be a game I'll try to revisit, and hopefully by then I'll be able to record it a little bit better with my software. So there you go. So just to reiterate, I'm dropping Darkest Dungeon and replacing it with a Touhou Puppet Play Nuzlocke of a different game. So I am the Depressed Dior. This was your channel update for March 23rd, 2015, or not 23rd, 24th, 2015. See you guys later.